I'm going to give you 6 reasons why you should listen more carefully. Hi, I'm Kevin Eikenberry, and I'm here to help you reach your potential as a leader and a human being. Welcome to Remarkable TV and the Remarkable Leadership Podcast. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you can be back for the rest of this series and every other episode we create. Are you ready? Let's get started. This is the second video in a series on listening, and it asks a really important question. Such an important question that perhaps this should have been the first in the series. Here's the question: why should we listen? Why should we listen better? Why should we listen more carefully? It's a great question. I have 6 reasons for you. Number 1, to understand. We should listen so we can better understand what the other person is saying to us, right? Like, it's different, not just the words that they're saying, but do I really understand what's underneath the words? Do I get their message clearly? Second, to learn something. Chances are the other person knows something we don't know, is going to share something that we don't know, it's going to have a perspective that we don't have. When we listen more carefully, we have a much better chance of learning something. So the third reason is to complete the communication loop. Right? Like, we've said stuff, and when we're listening to what they're saying back, we want to make sure that we got the message closed. Both in terms of, are we hearing that they understood our perspective, but also, are we hearing theirs? We're closing the communication loop. Communication isn't just sending messages, it's having the messages that are sent, received, and understood. Next, and related to that, is to help make our point. Are we listening to understand? Do we know when we listen if they really understood? Are we hearing that they're not quite in alignment with us, so maybe we need to say something more to clarify our position based on what they said? When we listen, we get the chance to figure that out. So those are four things about communication that listening helps us in the sort of the pure communication way. But there's 2 more really important reasons to listen. And the next one is to build the relationship. Well, think about it. If you're in a relationship with someone and they're a good listener, or they really listen to you more frequently, what happens to the relationship? Chances are it gets better. Better listening improves relationships. And so that's a pretty good reason to work to be a better listener, to listen more carefully. And then the last one is, and it's sort of that last one on steroids, and that is that when we listen more carefully, we build trust. I would say that if you wanted one single way to build greater trust with anyone that you interact with, it would be to listen more carefully to them. Simply doing that will help you build the trust between you and that other person. So, given those 6 reasons, like any one of them is reason enough to listen more carefully, how about we all just stop and listen? How about we think about those reasons and be a little bit more intentional about every one of our interactions and just stop and listen a little more carefully. Let me close with today's remarkable reminder. Listening isn't just a nice, polite thing to do. When we really listen, we learn, we become better communicators, and we build trust with others. Listening is always an important life skill. It's an especially important skill if we're leading a team remotely, at a distance, hybrid, virtual, whatever you want to call it. And so if you want to be a more effective long-distance leader, one of the things that you can do, of course, is to be a better listener. But there's lots more than that. That's why you might want to get a copy of our new book, the second edition of The Long-Distance Leader, Revised Rules for Remarkable Remote and Hybrid Leadership. You can get your copy by going to kevineikenberry.com/LDL, where you can learn all about the book and order your copy. Hope you'll do that. And I hope you'll be back with us next week for another episode of Remarkable TV and the Remarkable Leadership Podcast.